Hey everyone, want to give you a quick note on leadership today. Had a conversation recently, got me thinking about differentiation. A lot of people talk about it, but I wanted to give a practical example of what does that mean, and from my own experience. And this comes from the consulting industry. And if you guys know anything about that, there are some key players in the business strategy space like McKinsey, Bain and Company, BCG, that dominated this space, particularly about a decade ago when this example takes place. And that this was when I was back at Gartner, and Gartner was very well known for IT research and advisory. It's the top in the world, but competing against those top tier strategy houses wasn't something that Gartner had really done in the past. And so we had the opportunity to compete with them for a digital strategy at a tier one financial services company. And some people in our company thought that we should just avoid it and decline because we weren't going to win. And I was adamant we could. But the thing that relied on was, how are we going to be different? Claiming to be better than people who invented business strategy frameworks probably is a losing proposition. But I used that and my understanding of exactly what they do kind of against them. And so what I mean by that is typically their approach is coming in with a current state assessment, then defining the future state, doing a gap analysis, and then doing a roadmap based on that. And so that's the same approach that all three of them would take in competing for this digital strategy engagement for the board of this tier one financial services company. And so I thought, hey, how I could be different is Gartner is known for research, and all of these are consulting companies. So consulting companies have practical experience based on their clients, but research takes it a step further and synthesizes that information into practical, guidance, right? And so I thought, hey, that's my strength. And then the second thing is, since they're all going to come in with the same approach, how can I differentiate my approach? And so I came up with the future first strategy. Instead of coming in with current state and then incrementally improving your business, I'm going to actually define the future state based on our research first and rapidly right up front. And so that really sets the framework and the scene for how you would be competing in 3 to 5 years. That's not an incremental leap. That is a massive undertaking to be prepared for. And so we took that approach, a future first approach based on our research. And then the second phase was current state, and then gap analysis and roadmap. And then that, really differentiated our approach, and we won the engagement and we beat the top strategy houses at their own game.